Well, today is the 28th of February 2017. And this is my blog for today. Oh, I find that doing these blogs gives me a little bit of clarity, a little bit of continuity in what I do, what I think, what I do. There's nothing really essential or important going on right now. It's just another day in my life. But they say the early morning is the most creative time. So I usually like to do my creative stuff early morning, and somehow I feel that my blogs are that creative element, you know. I sense my best ideas always in the morning. My best concepts, my best ideas, my profound meditations, they all come early in the morning. In the Templar life, when you go live in a temple, in schools as well, they tend to get you up really early. Not into that. I also like to sleep. But I do sense that in the morning, when I have everything more or less under control, I can focus on what I need to focus on, and I can do what I need to do. And that's why I don't like to wake and bake, because the wake and bake kind of like shifts my focus from one thing to another, and it doesn't work for me. I like smoking weed when I'm going to do physical work. Not necessarily when I do. Well, I also like it to write. When I'm going to write, I like to smoke weed because it gets the creative juices flowing, which is good. But in truth, what I really enjoy is my coffee and my breakfast, and just open space in the morning. I don't like to be clouded with other issues. They're not my issues. I like to focus on my stuff in the morning. So, what's going on in my life? Well, I'm thinking about opening a new store downtown and Valle de Bravo. Thinking about, getting a store going there, because Mom and I had a conversation yesterday, and she's right. All my projects to create extra income have not worked. My books, I haven't really sold them. I don't have any money for them yet. And that's what I've spent most of my time doing. And I kind of replied to her cowardly that Lovecraft and Poe died in poverty, but it's not fair, is it? And it's odd because I don't really want to focus on making money. I think making money was my focus before, in my earlier life. It's what when I was young, what I was into was money, and I wanted to make money at any cost. But I guess my experience with age has been that I'm not really that motivated to make money, because I would have made it. I would have robbed a bank, or I would have, kidnapped somebody or something. I would have money, and that's not what I was really trying to do. It's not really what I was after. I had other values and other ideas about what's important, so that I don't have any money. So what is there left for me to do? Well, there's the music, which I enjoy. I'm a good blues player, but I'm not doing it. all the time. It's not like I'm obsessed with making music. So I have to be clear on that too. There's the writing. The writing comes in inspirations. I have a certain discipline to write, but I had that discipline because I had to in Hollywood when I was a writer. And I'm not a writer now. I'm actually just a dilettante and a flop. So the writing is a discipline that I kept, but that is not what is motivating me. What is motivating me then? What am I motivated to do? Well, since the Sonoran Toad ceremony, my profound motivation is introspection, is trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with me. Who the fuck am I? What the fuck's going on with me? Mom says that I flirted with psychedelia, but I didn't go deeply enough into it. I don't know. I'm flirting with doing it again. It's like when you have a life-shattering experience and you come back from it and you realize that your life is still the same and that you're still doing the same things and that you're still pretty much the same guy you've always been. I had expected, for instance, to give up meat, to be able to give up eating meat, but I didn't. I had expected to, I don't know. What had I expected? What did I expect from the Sonoran Toad ceremony? I don't know. Transcendence, that part of us that is all of us, that goes beyond our body and our mind. I wanted to see that clearly, but the funny thing about that part of us is always present. It's always there. You can't deny its existence. It's like denying the existence of the soul. I mean, it's difficult to prove there is a soul, but thousands of millions of people believe in the soul, so it's also difficult not to disprove it, And it goes just to vocabulary and words. And words I found to be lacking in the pursuit of truth. Truth and words don't go together. Words are actually ways to hide the truth. The truth in words is not... You can't speak the truth. The truth doesn't come in words. It comes in sounds. It comes in sounds, but not in words. When you name something, you take its power away from itself. If you name a thing, like I named this a hairbrush, and suddenly, instead of it being a mystery and a possibility and something that is beyond words, it becomes an ordinary object that has a purpose and a function and you have control over it. And the same is true of animals, of people, of places. You name some place, Mexico for instance, right? Then instead of it just being the possibility of that place as all places and all times, it becomes focused and narrowed somehow into one ordinary reality which permits it to be what it is, but doesn't permit it to be more than that. Language does that. So, when I'm speaking to you guys on YouTube, I'm doing that. I'm narrowing the possibility of what I'm trying to say by the mere fact that I'm saying it. It's like language itself becomes a self-fulfilling kind of reality, which is not the entire reality. It's like the camera that I'm facing. The camera is facing a certain angle of a certain reality, of a certain premise, of a certain moment in time, with a certain person facing it, and it's not the truth. It's not what is real. It's not all there is. There is so much more going on here, just in this little room, that you're not seeing because the camera is not facing it. That you're just seeing a two-dimensional image of something that is not real, because it doesn't really represent everything that's going on. And here's another thing. With our human senses, which only perceive in 3 dimensions, we lack vision, we lack clarity, we don't see what's really going on. We see a portion of it, and it's like opening a window, your eyes, you open the window of your eyes and you see a certain portion of what's going on, but it's not the truth. It's not even remotely the truth. It's just a very tiny little portion of a much bigger truth. And it can be truthful. I mean, words can be truthful. If I say to you that my name is Robin, I'm being truthful, but not entirely, am I? Because there's more to that. And the part of the more to that you don't see is the part that I can't share with you, because there's no words to share it. There is no language to express the mystery, the great mystery. What I can tell you is that with the Sonoran toad venom, which is smoked, you can get closer to that extra perception that I'm trying to hint at in this conversation. You can open a little bit the perception of what is really happening, so that you see the interconnectedness between one thing and another that you may not see otherwise. And in my second ceremony, toad ceremony, I said something very profound. I said, there is no life, there is no death. There's no death, there's no life. Not sure which came. There's no death. This idea that there is a finality to things, that things become nothing. It does happen. I mean, I'm getting older, I'm getting weaker, I'm eventually going to die. So that is a fact, that this body, this moment in time in this body and with this mind is decaying into nothingness. However, with the sapo, with the toad ceremony, with the toad venom, there is and I can only say it's a feeling, because it's a feeling. You can't say it's a visual or auditive thing. It's a feeling that we are not mortal. That death is just another transition. The mystics have been hinting at it for thousands of years, including in the tarot, for instance. They say that the death is a transition card. It's a transition from one state of being to another state of being. With the toad venom, you understand that part. You get that profound realization that eventually, when your body is not here, something of what is you remains and is unbreakable, unshakable, unmistakable, still you. And that thing is not something you can kill, because it's not even alive. It's not really alive. It's not really dead. It's beyond time and beyond space. It doesn't occur in time, and it doesn't require space, and yet all space is part of it. So, and all time is part of it. So all time and all space are part of this thing which is not death. Something undying, unchanging, something that doesn't change. There is something that doesn't change, and yet it doesn't change in a constant state of flux and change. I told you there was no words for it. So, that's the What else? Well, in my first toad ceremony, my intention was brotherhood, was the other. I wanted to know the other. I wanted to meet the other. And there they were. They were the people taking the toad with me, Timmy and all the other cats. There's many others. And they're big. They're huge. They're bigly. Because they're like you. They are you. They are you, and they're not you. See, that's it. That thing that doesn't die, it's you, but it's also not you. You're Adolf Hitler, you're not Adolf Hitler. You're Winston Churchill, you're not Winston Churchill. You are Napoleon, you're not Napoleon. You are Jesus, you're not Jesus. We are all one, and we're not. It's that paradox of things that are but are not. Time is, but time isn't. In the end of time, there's no time. In the end of space, there is no space. And yet, all space and all time are present there too. You see? So there is no end to time and space. And there's no I guess the closest I can get to it in words is the Diamond Sutra, you know. No mind, no body, no... How does it go? Let's see, the Diamond Sutra. The lovely thing about the computers, they give you everything. They give you everything. It's all there. Don't know if you can trust it, but you can mostly trust most stuff. Diamond Sutra Wikipedia. I'll just read it to you so you have an idea of what the toad ceremony is really all about. Or maybe it's because I've done the Diamond Sutra before the toad ceremony that's what the toad ceremony became. I don't know. They speak about the Diamond Sutra, but they don't have it in here. Let's see. Prajnaparamita. Non-abiding, non-attachment. Basically what the Diamond Sutra is it tells you that it's just everything's just passing. I wanted to read it for you, but I can't find it so easily in this Wikipedia. See if they have another one that has it. Diamond Sutra PDF. Here we go. There's a PDF of the Diamond Sutra. Prajnaparamita. Learned the Diamond Sutra first time from Richard Baker Roshi and the Crestone Mountain Zen Center Commandos, where I met beautiful old Beate Stolte Ofertheil many, many moons ago. Love those cats. They're fun guys. They're really fun guys. Well, you guys are going to laugh, but I haven't been able to find the text of the Diamond Sutra. I'm going to have to do it later. I'm not really into doing it right now. I came to realize that I serve myself doing what I want to do, not what I feel I have to do. what you have to do is not really the truth. That's just crux. What you want to do is what is present. That's what's right. Not always easy. Sometimes it's more difficult to do what you want to do than once you feel you have to. But in truth, so I don't know, YouTubers. What else do you want to know? What do you guys tell me? What do you want to know? What do you want to see in this channel? I got a couple of things that I haven't done yet. They asked me to do some reading, some card spreads, the Celtic Cross and other things, which I haven't done. Not because I haven't been able to do it, but because I'm lazy and it requires work, and I'm not into working. I'm into having fun. I will do it eventually when I feel the fun of it. But yeah, it's. I just found a PDF of the Diamond Sutra. Let's see if it has it. Another PDF. They had a PDF in the Google search, and it was not the Diamond Sutra. It was discussions about the Diamond Sutra, which I find really absurd. But oh, maybe I can find it on YouTube. It's worth a look. My computer is pathetically slow, and I've been having internet connection problems all night and all morning. So, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? You want to see what possible interest could you have in seeing something that occurs in my life? What I'm doing, I guess. If you have a beard and it's getting big, sometimes it itches, you can just scratch it with a brush. Helps a lot. Helps a lot. Internet scratching. Funny. Diamond Sutra. Well, it's this is the doctrine of the Diamond Sutra, but doesn't have the basic weird. Oh God, it doesn't matter. You know, when I was in the Mountain Zen Center, we did the prayer of the Diamond Sutra, the little poem thing. Sutra, I guess it's called. Every day, day after day, every morning, every night, every 3, 4, 5 times a day. You would think I would remember it, but this isn't it. Another PDF that doesn't have it. It says it is the Diamond Sutra, but it's not the Diamond Sutra. Oh well. Well, YouTubers, that's it. That's what's going on. That's my report for this morning. If I can think of anything else interesting to say, I'll probably say it to you, but for the moment, that's my life. Bye-bye.